All right. I see me. Why do I not have you guys? Hold on. Hold on. Oh, that's why.
Handsomeness right now, like just raw handsomeness.
Oh, it's working.
Like
There you go.
that.
Thank you,
Thanks,
random Rick
cameras,
View.
the cameras
Thank
can't
you.
even comprehend
Oh, now I gotta
what
edit
it's
the
like to
podcast
be this
episode.
good looking without makeup,
true.
Instagram filters.
I've just muted Chef. I can't hear a thing he said.
He's just being funny.
I mean, I'm just complimenting
I'm just
myself
kidding,
and
just kidding.
Dom. So
Not me.
I
I
mean,
like it. Love it.
in theory, your wife is Italian, so like you like retain some of that juju.
That's true. You're like
So,
honorary.
Yeah, you're like
Honorary
honorary.
Yeah.
Well, it's not just honorary Italian, but it's like the
Oh, there's more to
pure
it.
handsomeness that you
Right.
retain from having the Italian genes within your body. It's like
Right.
it's just like in video games. You know how
Right.
if you
Right,
pick a
right,
race,
right.
if you pick a
Yeah.
race in a game, you get like if you're an orc, you can use a racial passive. Well, if you're Italian, you get +10 to handsomeness, you get +20 to cooking, and
At least.
you get +5 to growing facial hair. It's
At
like
least.
it's like those are like the three first traits I can think of. And you also get +50. You get like a special speech pattern for dick jokes.
Yeah, it's plus 10 to dictation.
Dictation.
No,
Dictation.
no, that's like writing. That's writing it. Shit.
Oh, I
Steady
really wish we
dictation.
were recording for that. Oh my god. Oh, I'll just grab it from on the Twitch episode.
+10 to dictation.
I couldn't think of what to say, dude. I don't know what
That
I'm
was
doing.
so good. That was so good. All right, should we get going?
I was born to get going, baby.
Alrighty. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Overachievers Gaming Podcast. God damn it! I was waiting for the quality check to. Why does it always pop up? Can it just like not pop up? It's just really annoying. Okay, I'm gonna start over again.
What's wrong? What
There's a
happened?
pop-up
What?
window that says like quality check. Make sure you can hear what your thing is. I'm like,
Does that mess up the recording?
no, it just throws me off because it pops up because I look at you guys while I'm doing the intro. Anyway.
That's funny.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Overachievers Gaming Podcast. I am your host, Vash, joined, as always, by the one, the only, the... Yeah, I don't know where I'm going with this. But anyway, hi.
By Polly.
Hello
by Polly.
to Polly Walnuts, who's the real star of the show.
She's the star of all the shows. aren't you, baby?
Dominic Armand Galliano and Josh Del Sesto. What's up? Chef Crondo.
Wait, what?
I was just introing. Saying hi.
Oh, I thought you were gonna call me by my name on here.
He's riffing. He's riffing.
I am.
I thought you were gonna call me Chef Brokeback Crondo.
I could do that too. Oh, I don't actually have the things up. Oh, there we go. But anyway.
Oh.
Hello and welcome to the special edition of the Overachievers Gaming Podcast, where we're going to talk exclusively about randomness. By randomness, I mean video games. So it's really not exclusive. I'm just blowing
Really
up,
just
like,
two video games.
It's really just two video games that we're going to talk about, and Chef's like state in which he's in right now, which is just drug infused stupor.
Huh?
He's
Yep,
taking a
exactly.
muscle relaxer.
It's
Come
fine.
on.
It's
I take that
fine.
every night.
I don't
not even
usually.
Drugged. He's not
Okay.
drugged.
I don't usually take muscle relaxers, so I'm a little loopy right now.
They don't make you loopy though.
I feel
They just
loopy.
make you
Well,
real chill.
Dude, I didn't sleep. Okay, look, when you have back, when you're old, you're fucking like in your 50s, like I am, and that's a joke. I'm 38. When you're an old asshole like I am, and you got a broke back, not a herniated disc, you got a literal broke back. Okay, I'm
Broke
gonna
neck.
trivialize
Hey.
your problems and make mine look worse. Okay, 'cause that's I'm
That's
just kidding. I'm
funny.
just kidding. Yeah, getting old is fun. They said. I don't know whoever said that, but I want to go back in time and punch him in the face.
Yeah, I don't know if anyone
And,
actually. Whoever did, if someone said it, they're wrong.
I know at some point in time in my life, somebody told me that things get better when you get older, and they were full of shit and they lied to me, and I want to punch them in the nuts because deception is not cool. Only
Decepticons are
when you're
cool.
deceiving. I'm sorry.
Decepticons are cool, but deception's not.
Sure. I was gonna also say
Decepticon?
deception's not cool, especially when you do things like tell somebody you're gonna be busy and you gotta wait to start playing a video game, and then you just go and you buy
What's
the
happening
fucking
here?
video game and you platinum the video game, and then you
What's-
just
what's-
like
what?
happen to show the person that you platinum the video.
He's butthurt
What's
over
happened?
the
What'd you
Crisis
do?
Core.
I was
Oh,
just
I don't
bringing up
even. I have
the
no
crisis
idea what
core
that-
thing he
oh,
did to
okay.
me, where he did the where he told me he was gonna be busy, and then he platinumed the game, and then got on stream and did the platinum trophy on
On the
stream
Game of the Year edition.
on the
episode.
game of the year. Yeah.
That'll
By the way,
happen.
I bought that the other day. Finally.
Oh, finally!
I bought-
How's it going?
Yeah. Well, I haven't started yet.
Obviously.
The guy at GameStop definitely okay, so you guys know I have a colored history of GameStop and that I hate them, but the guy they have working over at GameStop right now is really cool.
Wait,
He's like an
all you do
old-
is buy from them though.
Well, I know, but like I had the GameStop at my location had like really shitty management, but it's cool
Okay.
because this guy, I don't know, he used to be like a retired military dude, just a cool guy, right? But anyways, he's taking it over. He takes it really seriously, so now the store is like whipping into shape. Anyways, he got me with this whole like, oh, it's Power Day, bro. You can get like 10% off this, 20% off that. And he takes me walking around the store, and I ended up walking out of there with like 5 games. Like, why the fuck did I
Okay,
buy 5
okay.
video games? Like, why? I have no idea.
Because
I
they
bought-
gotcha.
Yeah, they got me. I mean, well, I got a little like little padding for some good work I did this year. So, anyways, I bought Tales of Symphonia
Yeah, I got
remaster, which I don't know if you guys have ever heard of that or not, but it was a really okay. So the Tales franchise is like a
DuckTales.
yes,
We
DuckTales.
are
That's correct. Yes.
DuckTales.
But no, there's like a like Tales of
dun.
Fantasia and
are
Tales of Symphonia. There's like all these.
This
different,
sounds like some JRPGs or something.
That's correct. That's correct. Well, anyways, this
Oh.
one came out on the GameCube. This game caused me to buy a GameCube back in the day. Like that's how much I was like
Great.
into it. So, anyways, I saw the remaster. I was like, all right, let me cop that. I got Octopath Traveler, which I just wanted for the collection. I picked up Crisis Core, Resident Evil 4, and what was it? I can't even remember. I bought so many fucking games. I don't even remember the other one I bought. But yeah, video games.
Video game.
Bid
Where were
ya.
we going with this?
I don't know. You
Video
said you were
games.
buying some stuff and you got.
I finally did play games though, like that weren't World of Warcraft. It's great. I played 3 games this week that weren't World of
Well,
Warcraft.
before
Can you
before
believe
you
that?
before you get into that, let's hear Dom's tales because I have a feeling we're going to dominate the discussion today. So
that's fine. That's fine.
I mean,
Dommy,
all 3 of us have played Diablo, so it's not like
yes, I'm excited for that. Before because a lot of this is going to be about Diablo. So before we
Yeah, I
get
haven't-
into Diablo, I want to like talk about what you've done. We'll do about the contest. And see how we're at.
Wait, what have I done? I haven't done anything.
You haven't done anything other than Diablo?
Like video game wise?
Yeah.
No, I've just been playing a lot of Warhammer as one would. Played a
Fun.
little tournament yesterday. That was fun.
It's a game. It's a game. How'd it go?
Went 2-1. Very nice. Very nice. Playing a big one next month. The Team Brooklyn Strategists. Really cool. Really fun. I haven't been doing anything. I've only been playing Diablo last weekend, and then I've only played a little bit of Diablo this weekend just because of my schedule. But I played a lot last weekend. So I'm just down to talk about that. If you guys want to do your whatever games you're talking about, and then we can finish on Diablo, that's fine. Yeah.
Any games outside of the 2 that we're going to talk about, Chef? How's WoW going for you?
Oh, WoW's going fun. I'm raid leading, and I have 3 raid teams now. I raid lead on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'm actually getting ready to do it in a little while. Kind of pissed off because every day this week I've woken up and right before the raid, like one of the healers bails out on me, and they're like the hardest to find.
It's always
like
the fucking healers.
It's always the fucking healers. So I currently am having a healer levels for myself right now, so that if this happens to me again, I can just do it myself.
Wait, did you say you're having a healer leveled for yourself? Like someone's power leveling your character, or you're playing a healer?
No, I am paying to. I like okay. So
He's breaking the
I'm not
terms of
paying.
service.
I'm not paying money. I have earned gold in the game, and I currently have a gentleman who is clearing out the dungeon.
I'm a
repeatedly.
gentleman.
Yeah, he's a businessman. This guy's offering a service. This is a very professional run boosting group that they have here. But
It's really
I pay
fun.
him 450 gold for 5 dungeons, and it's probably going to take about 10,000 gold for me to get from 70 to 80. And
yeah.
I made about 40,000 last night in this raid I went to. So it's like no skin off my back. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
So now that I organize the raids, I make 20% of the total pot in these raids. And I mean, yeah, like
That's
I got
that's
a lot
like
of gold
dollars in the
coming
door right there. I mean,
I mean, if I
Dollars in
were
the door.
if I were to try to make money off like if I could make money off this, it really wouldn't be bad money. I'm not.
I don't know why they made me laugh so much. That $1 in the door right there, baby.
If I
Dom,
could turn around,
queuing up D4 now.
Oh fuck.
You got
Why,
those
you- why-
notifications.
While you guys were
Just
talking
pop on.
about while you guys were talking about Final Fantasy or Resident Evil or something, just let your boy get a little leveling in. You know
That's
what
I
fine.
still
you
have to
do
hit
it.
the 20. I haven't even hit 20 yet. I don't know.
You gotta do it.
Wait,
Yeah,
at
I'm gonna
all
do it
between
today.
last
I'm
weekend
gonna
and this
do it today.
weekend?
It
I
only
didn't
takes
do
like
it,
2
no.
hours.
No, because I played a lot of the alpha
Yeah, we
beta
did.
that we were in, and I just didn't really feel like spending a lot of time on this one. Not that it's just it's the
Yeah.
same thing, right?
I hit level
Like, it's
50
like-
on 2 characters.
But you
on-
got to
on
get the
alpha,
pup,
so.
dude. It's
No,
all
I'm
about
gonna
the
get it
pup.
today. I'm getting it today. Don't worry. I wouldn't miss the pup.
All about the pup, dude. That pup is too fucking cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna get it today.
So how
I'm
do
actually...
you turn raid leading into paying your rent? That's what I want to know.
Oh well, that's easy. Okay, so like so these raids I go to, right?
You
I'm
call
gonna
your
get
landlord
play-
and you say, "Do you take WoW money?"
No, I'm gonna hear me out. These raids I go to, they're called GDKP, right?
Mhm.
So everything is bid on with gold. Okay. I, as the organizer, I take 25%, I give 5% to the tanks, or I give 2.5% to the tanks. So like you give them incentive to bring in the big boys because these pots get up to like 600, 700,000 to $1 million gold. That's like 250 to 300,000 gold in my pocket. Now let's put this into perspective. If I were a gold seller, which people will always say that that's against the terms of service, whatever, it's been going on for fucking forever. You know what I mean? And there's
Since I
tons of
played,
people
like,
doing it.
20 years
There's
ago.
tons of people doing it. Dude, there's no way that Blizzard could shut down all the people doing it. I've been buying from the same dude for 3 years. You know what I'm saying? He's been doing it just fine. But anyways, if I were to turn around and sell this, $22 per 10K. If I walk around, if I walk out of a 4-hour raid and I make 20% of a $700,000 or 700,000 gold pot, that's what, like 200, close to 200K or something like that. If I turned around and sold that for $20 per 10K, that's not a bad chunk of money. That's a couple $100 right there.
That's not bad.
You could there are people that do that. I actually raid with a guy that's what he does full time. Is he treats it like he very much has it like a business where you have to like fill out forms and you have to like fill out certain he does like questionnaire forms of like, hey, if you get this certain debuff, what are you supposed to do with it? And like, hey, if you're playing a Ret Paladin, if I call for this, what do you do? And like he actually vets people really hard. But he makes, I mean, like last night the pot was 1.2 million gold. So what's 20% of that? That's like
240,000.
Yeah. So he's gonna turn around and sell it. So like he literally does it for a living.
Dang, so he's
So
like
anyways.
making $500 a raid.
Ish, yeah. And I mean, people are actually paying him on the side more than that because the people that are like full buyers that come as like they're not.
Bro, I'm about
Like
to
they
quit
can't
my fucking
contribute
job
to the
and play some
raid,
WoW.
you know what I mean? Yeah, he like. Well, I mean, this guy, legitimate. I feel like you can hear the aging in his voice when he's stressing out over these fights. Like last night, I could hear him. He's like, you can hear it from like a mile away. He's like, somebody will like die in the middle of the raid, and you just hear like, you're like,
Every
oh
time you
shit.
die, you're fucking with my business.
He's about to get pissed off, Like,
Oh,
and like
fucking
at one
Gary.
point he had like. At one point, he had like the classic, like, just stand in the fucking cloud. And I'm just like, I'm just going to mute real quick because I'm too high for this shit. But, yeah, it's
always
World of
Gary.
Warcraft,
Always Gary.
Yeah.
That's-
But, anyways,
I-
that's how you could turn raid leading in WoW into paying your rent if you wanted to.
I did
Then
not
if you-
realize that was a
Then,
thing.
if you think about it, if in theory you were a streamer, add that on top because that's what some of them do. There's a guy named Alondo. He's like the #1 DPS in all of classic WoW. That's what he does. He raid leads and he does like all this top DPS and he streams and has like 500 or 600 people, at a time. So just start compounding that revenue stream, and it is not as bad. But I mean, that's a
not bad.
1%er, right? Like that's like there's not a lot of those people doing that. But either way, hey man, there's always a way to make money out there somewhere, right?
You gotta hustle.
People will be buying and selling items in D4 too. It won't be in the game directly, but there will be websites like D2JSP or whatever it is that you can buy shit from. So
that's always been.
have you not heard of that before, Charlie?
No.
Oh yeah, look up D2JSP.com. Like that forum has been around for ages. Like that's where most people were buying, selling, and trading items on Diablo 2.
.org.
And like,
For people who want
oh,
to.
it's org. Sorry. Anyways, whatever.
What the fuck is
It's like a forum. It's like a
Yeah,
trading
what's it
post
called?
forum. d2jsp.org. But anyways, I guarantee you they will be doing stuff with D4 on there. I mean, I haven't been on there in forever, but that I used to use it when I used to play D2 like way back in the day, like probably like 2015, 2016. That's not even way back in the day, but it was around then. It's been around for a while. So
I mean, yeah, I remember there's websites for any game that exists. There's websites for that. Like, there was one for MS. I mean, there's one. Yeah, they exist.
Dude, there was one for MSF. How crazy is that you could like?
Of course there was.
Ugh,
Of course.
But buy and sell accounts.
Accounts.
not just that. No. Like,
Well, I mean,
you
that
could
was
buy-
just accounts, but
You
yeah.
could buy. Couldn't you buy power cores, or somebody would like log into your account and they had like some kind of hack where they would load up your account with power cores?
I'm
I can't
sure
remember.
that
There
was
was
a thing.
there was some fuckery that going on like that at one point in time or another.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I'm sure. Yeah, I don't know though. Anyway, so since Dom,
Yes.
well, actually, hold on. I'll talk about the games I'm playing outside on the side. So I'm still playing Black Desert Mobile. I'm actually having a lot of fun with it. It's the game that
Does
I'm
that
playing.
count as playing?
Yeah, there's actually a lot of stuff that you do in the game.
Okay, I just thought you start the game and you press the autoplay button.
It's not always that way. When you're playing, when you're at the when you get the point where you can't progress anymore, like you're just stopped by levels, there's a lot of things you have to manually do to be able to like get your gear level up, your CP or combat points up, so that way you can progress. But a lot of it is that. But it's something fun about just auto attacking, doing stuff. What's up, Scoot? I just looked at the chat. But I like I've been playing that and still the same two games. So I've been playing. That's just been my mobile game of choice recently because
right.
Which one? I'm sorry.
Black Desert Mobile.
Desert.
Okay.
If you haven't tried it, highly recommend checking it out. And if you are going to check it out and you want to play, you can add me as a friend on there. It's Vash, VVASH. It's all cross server now, so you don't have to be on the same server to add people as friends. It's a lot of fun. I really enjoy it, and I highly recommend people try it out. Like I have spent $1 in the game in the 3 years that I've been playing it on and off, so it's definitely free to play friendly.
It's crazy, man. You've only spent $1 on that game because you have been playing it for a while.
Yeah. But it just goes to show that you can just go ahead.
Speaking of which, there is Mish posted a little teaser about it, but I think EA is coming out with a Lord of the Rings type, like MSF / Star Wars Galaxy Heroes game.
Oh sure, yeah. I believe
They
it.
did.
I have no idea that it is, but I believe it.
I'm gonna try it out.
Oh, I'll
I mean,
definitely try it out for sure.
Yeah, I already signed up for the pre-test
Right.
or whatever that shit is. So
Did he post
I
it
think
in
that'll be really
OG
fun.
chat?
Yeah, that's the one he posted in there. So
I will take a look.
But
at that.
that'll be a good game to get the boys on for a little bit until.
Yeah, when
It's
is
time to
Diablo?
slay.
Where did he
release?
post it? I didn't see it in there. It's just a Twitter.
6/6/2023. I'm not sure actually. I went to the website and I just filled out some form they had.
Send me a link on or post it again in the Discord. So for those who are curious, you can find that post at discord.me/OG podcast. And I forgot to do our socials, but it doesn't matter because no one follows us anyway.
People follow us.
We do follow.
I
People
follow you.
It's all about
I
it.
will
Anyway,
follow him.
Yeah, what
so
did you
since
post?
Dom is playing D4 at the moment, why don't you talk about?
I'm not playing D4.
Why
at the
don't
moment,
you,
motherfucker. I turned that shit off, motherfucker.
Well, show us your screen.
Show my screen.
Misha sent me so much stuff. Oh wait, here it is.
It's okay. You can't just do it now because it's fine. Don't worry about it. Anyway, so since you were playing it and we're logged in, why don't you give us a little bit of the updates about your? Oh, look at that. Oh, you're right.
How
Okay.
about that? The Inception. The
Podception. Podception.
Wait, how do I get out of this?
Wait, what
There we go.
happened?
Wait, how do I
Oh.
get out of this? Ask manager to stop. Wait, no, not stop recording. Oh, there we go. Okay. If I could have stopped recording, I almost just did. But
GG's. Yeah. So why don't you get as the resident Diablo fan among us?
I am.
I would say you.
Oh, that's
are.
definitely
God, what is
Stan.
happening? What is going on?
Well, I mean,
Stan is definitely the.
Well, I
phenom.
meant like who's here right now.
Sure,
I got
sure,
you.
sure.
Gotcha.
Why don't you
Stan's busy right now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Stan's
Stan's
the man.
out here making fucking spreadsheets and shit, like my
Yeah.
guy.
I can't go that far down the rabbit hole with it. But hey, that's
I
great because
appreciate
he's been doing a lot of streaming lately. So if you haven't seen him, it's what's his stream thing? Is it Gotta Play and Stand?
Play and Stand.
Gotta Play and Stand. Well, what is going on?
What are you doing? What's wrong?
No, it's just like I guess there's a new. I'm using Microsoft Edge for this window, and so
Why would you Microsoft? Why is
What
it
do
even
you
on
do?
your
It's actually
computer?
pretty good browser. I'm not
Get
gonna
the fuck
lie.
out of here! It good
True.
browser
Get the
my
fuck outta
ass.
here.
Well,
dude.
here's
That's like
here's the
saying
thing.
that-
The thing
Go
that's
ahead.
crazy, and I saw this joke, and I actually kind of laughed out loud. Is ChatGPT, because if those who don't know, ChatGPT is has a significant portion of funding by Microsoft, so they don't
Oh,
own
really?
it. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
they invested
yeah, big time.
huge into
Yeah.
ChatGPT, and so Bing has all of ChatGPT's functionality built into it, and then incorporating
sure.
that into Microsoft Edge. And so someone
Yeah.
said that like AI did the one thing that no one ever thought would be possible is make Bing relevant.
Right.
So
right,
it's
right.
just
Oh,
really
You
did.
actually,
It
know why
did.
Bing is actually a little bit relevant? You could farm Microsoft points,
Mhm.
and you could get you can get free shit on the Microsoft Store
Yep.
with points.
I do it all the time.
And Bing, and Bing is another way to farm points. Like if you do certain stuff on Bing, you get points. So I have a friend
Really?
that every day opens up Bing, does a couple searches, does some other dumb thing, and gets like a
Yeah, it
few
takes
hundred
5
points or
minutes,
some-
and you can get.
What?
Yeah, it's not a lot of money, but like you can pay for some services for it. Like if you have
Oh
like
no, he has banked points and has bought like consoles and like
Oh.
shit. Oh yeah, no, if you like do it like you do it like you're gonna bank some points.
Bank
Good to
some
know.
It's
points.
silly.
Bing some points.
Bing some points.
Anyway, I mean,
They
I
used to
use
call me the
I actually use Bing at work just because it's we're all Microsoft team, so I was like, might as well just go
Nerds.
for it. Whatever,
Gross.
it's fine. Anyway, so I don't remember where I was going with this.
How good looking I am.
Yes.
Something
Oh,
about
so yeah, so
D4.
D4. Yes. Dom, give us your thoughts and your questions and your concerns and your like life whole dreams about Diablo 4 because it's very close away from coming out. It's like 2 months away, 2.5 months away.
Yeah, June 6th, right? That's
June
what you
6th,
said.
6/6.
Josh?
6/6/2023.
See, if it was 6/6/2024, then 2 + 4 = 6, and it would have been coming out in 6/6/6. They missed the opportunity there. But I won't complain because I want it sooner. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't.
Had they
care.
come out last
So-
year, it was 2 + 2 + 2 = 6. But there we go.
Also true. On February
Ooh.
2nd. Yeah. So I never played Diablo 2, remember? I know that was what some people were saying, like, oh, it's like
You mean
know,
D2 remastered?
or
Or
either
both,
neither
yeah.
Diablo 2.
You
or
didn't play
D4.
Diablo 2 like the OG one?
No, when I was younger, I was playing the like other Blizzard. I was doing like Warcraft and StarCraft.
Oh, okay.
Diablo didn't really like tickle my fancy. Like it didn't really seem like a game that I like was like, oh, I think I would like this. You know what I mean? So I didn't, I didn't do it. I didn't get
Yeah, sure.
Diablo. But I know a lot of people are saying that it's similar in vein to Diablo 2 and some of that grittiness and whatever that is. So like all of those opinions on what that might be like kind of don't matter to me so much, but what I will say is the overall like feel and structure of the game seems like they took all the things that worked with Diablo 3 and just made them better or twisted them around a little bit to make them work more efficiently in this format. So I played last weekend. I got to level 21 on a rogue. Had a really fun time doing a like melee / penetrating arrow build.
Hell yeah.
That was very fun. And then I wanted to play more this weekend, but I just didn't really have the time, unfortunately. But I started to level up a druid, which I think is probably going to be like the main class I play when the game comes out. I know,
Really? Why?
just the really just the vibe, the aesthetic.
Yeah, you like Druid.
Yeah, I think aesthetically it's one of the coolest ones. I like, even if it might not be the strongest. Actually, I have more to say on like on the strongest aspect of it. Even if it might not be the strongest, I just think it is I think it's tight. I'm trying to like be a bear all the time and just
Yeah,
fucking
yeah,
maul dude.
kill you.
I think it's just cool
Yeah.
looking.
I like that they took the shape shifting aspect out of
Yeah,
it, and they made it that the skills, that the ability itself will transform you into that form.
Yes,
Yeah, I like that a
yes,
lot.
Yeah.
exactly.
That was
Um,
huge.
So I wanted to play more of it. I might try to still, but I just have so much shit to do today. So we'll see if I can. But overall, I really like the map is really it's fucking huge. There's so much to do in our
Yeah.
single beta area, let alone this giant map
Isn't
that
that
we're
the
going to get
crazy thing to
access
think
to.
about? Is that's just one map, and they
That's
have
just,
they have
dude,
more than of those
Yeah.
to come. You know.
dude, it's huge. And so I watched a video from Riker. If none of y'all follow Riker, RHYKKER. Riker has been the resident Diablo huge. I would say the most prominent source on Diablo content for years. Like, you know, D3 Vanilla I got back into, what was that, 2011 or something, 12, whenever the fuck that came out. I don't remember. And ever since then, Riker has always been the one that like you listen to. He just knows that, you know what I mean? He has all the info. And so he put out a video the other day, and I guess he was talking about there was some things answered from the devs, and the reason I'm bringing this up because I know a lot of people are saying that, you know, they feel like the barbarian, the druid feel a little weaker compared to the sorcerer, necromancer, and rogue, which factually is correct as it stands. If you start the beta or the alpha or whatever, if when you start the game, it is phenomenally easier to play and level right now as those three classes. The interesting thing that the devs said was that not necessarily that the skill ceiling is higher for druid and barbarian because it's not really like you need more skill to play them, but they are more dependent on their levels and their gear than the other classes are.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
once you get to
that's
higher
very true.
levels, yeah, so once you get to higher levels and you get better gear, they fall more in line. So like
It might actually
when you
outshine some of the other three too.
yes, like when you start the game, it will be easier to level up with druid, sorcerer, or rogue, but as the game progresses, the or not druid, rogue, necromancer, and sorcerer. But as the game progresses, you'll find that all the classes will be like in a similar vein. Obviously, as time goes on, we find out more about build qualities and item combos and things like that. There will be classes that just naturally outshine other classes, but
That's what seasons are
it's
for.
exactly it's not necessarily that the druid and the barb are like substantially weaker to the other ones. It's more so that we're just not at the point yet where we're seeing what all the classes can do, which like is like fair enough, there was one thing I didn't read it, or I had to turn off the video at the time because I was busy. There was, I guess, some people were complaining about the level of there's too much similarity with the dungeons as they stand, and I didn't read
They're
what
all they're a little bland in my opinion.
yeah, I mean,
but
well, yeah, this is an
there's just no
interesting
objectives. Like you basically just
deviation.
go.
Well, because
Right, right.
there was never objectives for, and there
No,
necessarily
there
shouldn't
wasn't.
have
There
really
wasn't.
been
Right.
the like kind
But
of
they were
like
more rewarding. Like going into a dungeon in the
yes,
older games historically was like in Diablo 1. Well, first of all, in Diablo 1, you just were in one giant dungeon. So, but in Diablo 2, like when you were running around the open world and you found a dungeon, it's like, you were going in there to get a chest at the end, or like there was a certain objective for going into that specific
well, not
bonus
well,
area. You know what I mean?
I would
in
say
in D2, and I don't know. I mean D3. I don't really remember, but it's just
well, it's still always based up to RNG, regardless. RNG will always dictate if you're
sure.
doing anything
Yeah.
or not. I mean,
Oh
you
yeah.
know, I've done a million D3 dungeons and they're rifts they're called, and
Right.
gotten
Right.
nothing. That's just like the way the RNG works. But I'm more so not even just like getting any loot because like I shouldn't expect to get loot yet in a beta. I shouldn't. I like loot is irrelevant as it stands. You know what I mean? Like for right now.
Well, a lot of it should be dropping. Like the uniques and legendaries should be dropping like crazy, so people can see what it's like to use them and stuff like that. And then when you get in the
But
real
even so,
game,
none of us are at the point where the game isn't at the point, nor can we. I will not like when I say we, I mean like more like the normal people, not like the people who are grinding for all 3 or 4 days, like
right.
for like content or what the fuck ever.
Yeah.
it's almost impossible that we would see any loot really, because that's kind of what the game isn't really about getting a lot of loot off the bat. You should be working for it. And maybe like there is an argument to be made that for the beta, they should maybe up the drop rate. Which I don't even know if not that I don't agree with that, but I think really what I want to just see is the overall mechanics of the game first. Loot will come later. Because like in reality, Diablo doesn't start until you're done with the story. And then you're just running through dungeons and all that shit.
Yeah.
Like the story aspect of Diablo has never been what you're really playing for. You're just playing for the dungeons themselves. Especially, and that's really how it was with Diablo 3. Like the story wasn't relevant in any manner. It was just like, can I get past the story to then start doing the dungeons?
I like
Which I feel like
I like the expansion on D3's story. I thought that was
Oh, I mean
kinda
that's
cool.
what made honestly the expansion on Diablo 3 is what made the game past vanilla. Like up until was it Reaper of Souls, I think it was
Reaper
called.
Souls, yeah.
Um Diablo 3 was like dead. Reaper of Souls really brought the game back with adding in Necromancer and then just adding in like the Herodrum's Herodra cube or whatever and some other things. But so like for me, I don't necessarily care too much that the dungeons are too similar because once the game is fully out, I'm just ripping through dungeons just to kill the boss and try to get some loot. Like the how the dungeon is shaped, where the dungeon is, any of that shit, I don't care about because like I'm just trying to rip through. I'm just trying to rip. You know what I mean? Like I'm just trying to fucking rip and tear. you know. So I actually I do want to go back and watch the rest of that Riker video because I'm curious what the devs had to say about the overall complaint of the game's dungeons feeling lackluster in a sense.
Well, it's really funny that you say that because in WoW, like the warriors, they're the same way. Like they are right now, they're really behind the curve as far as DPS is concerned. But the reason that they haven't buffed them in any way is because their damage scales the highest based off of the armor that they're wearing. So by the time the last raid rolls around, warriors go from being like middle of the tier or middle of the pack DPS to like god tier insano #1 uncontested DPS. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it falls in line with that, which is kind of funny in a weird way. But I hope that's correct. I mean, the druid wasn't terrible, but it definitely was lacking damage. So I mean,
but also like remember, like, are you going off of what you like? Did you play the druid? I'm asking, or
my friend Trondo did,
Oh,
and
okay.
he and I played the first version together exclusively. Like,
Yeah, I played it with you
basically
guys.
Played it.
So.
Yeah. Charlie was there too, but I was a sorceress and he was a druid, and when we played together in tandem, I did the majority of the damage, and he just sat there and ate all of the.
And I think that still goes into the point I was saying before is none of us, regardless of even how far Trondo has gotten now or how far y'all got in the alpha, have gotten to a point where probably we're actually unlocking the full potential of these classes.
Sure,
like Asmongold posted a video of him with a sorcerer build, like the sorcerer ice and hydra build, like ripping through the butcher in like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
And that I get that because the sorcerer is better as it stands right now, but also like that dude has probably been ripping through the game at a rate that we couldn't physically do right now because we're human. Like, we're like normal adults with like jobs and stuff. So like that makes sense to me. But in regards to like us doing it, like I don't know if I could like sit here and say like, oh, I think I can give my opinion based off just what I did, but in terms of like what the game feels like, I just won't really not how am I trying to word this? Not what the game feels like, but what classes may be better or not in the long run. I can't say because what the fuck do I know yet? I like if like one of those like Riker or like Asmongold or some of those other players that may have been like really ripping it, they're like, oh, I played all 5 classes and I got them to 50, and then here's the opinion on base. Like maybe I'm like, okay, I guess, but even so, like we still have 2 months till the game comes out. Who knows what items will be dropping then? Who knows what they'll be end up changing by then? But my overall opinion is that I really like the game and I'm very excited for it. All of that long wind just to say is I think the game's fucking tight.
It's a great game. I'm very excited.
So excited.
I think my biggest problem is going to be that there's just so much to do, and I
There's a
can
lot
be
to
a bit
do.
of a
Comparatively, there's
completionist.
to any other Diablo game, there's so much to do.
Yeah, there, and it's not just clearing stuff out. Like there's a lot of exploration that goes along with it, which
Dude,
is pretty cool.
I still
you
can't get
know?
how big the fucking map is.
Yeah,
It's
and I mean
so
we
big.
truly haven't even. I mean, even though there were a couple, apparently there was another end game closed beta. Even though these things are going on, I don't think that anybody's really seen the end game yet. You know what I mean?
No, it can't.
Like, no.
Yeah.
So,
Well, because you can only be a part of one map, one portion of the map, I think, right? I don't think the beta goes past where we're starting, where we start
yeah,
out.
yeah, that's correct.
Yeah.
The alpha definitely did, but not in this current beta. Yeah.
It's gonna. I mean, the level of map, the amount of dungeons there are, the system of what are they calling it? It's not, they're not like raids, but like, you know, when a town gets taken over, gets taken back, like all of that shit.
Oh yeah, we haven't even seen that.
We haven't seen that.
They haven't done that yet.
Yeah, we haven't seen that. Like that's fucking cool. That's all cool shit.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, stoked for it.
Yeah, it's gonna be fucking. It's tight. It's gonna be tight shit.
It's gonna be tight shit, man.
Diablo.
I'll be most excited to see the actual legendaries and the skins on some of them, because that was always part of my favorite, or one of my favorite parts of the OG Diablo games, or the aesthetics of like the different armor pieces, and like when you're running around town and you could see somebody was wearing a certain item, you're like, oh shit, that dude's got a, you know,
dude's fucking ripped.
What, I can't even remember a lot of the names of the items anymore. It's been so long, but yeah, pretty interested to see how it's all going to play itself out. I played, I think last weekend I played a melee rogue, and I really enjoyed it. I went just straight melee because my Mike or Trondo was went he went rogue as well, but he went full arrow build, and he was just ripping everything up. But I was having fun just kind of like bobbing and weaving and like assassinating shit. And
the speed, I mean, of course, like I would hope the speed is fucking, but the speed of the rogue is just,
it's fast.
nice.
Like if you actually build
you got vulnerability.
I don't remember the name of the abilities I went, because I only went to 15, but one of them I picked up was like a dashing ability.
The
just
dash,
like zip like straight across or whatever. And I would basically just like throw a smoke bomb and then rip through, and then by then, you know, Tronda's over there just like raining arrows in there, and it was fun, man. It was good.
If there is one
change up.
Like it's not even a complaint, that's not the right word to use. If there is like one complaint I could have, is that the rogue is so similar to the demon hunter. It feels like it's not even really a different
the only difference
class.
I think is the demon hunter was only range, whereas rogue you can play melee or range.
Yes.
Well, I think the demon hunter had the option, or there were a few abilities.
There was no melee.
Garbage.
There was no melee. The only other build you could do that wasn't a kind of arrow build was there was a dagger build, but that wasn't, you couldn't melee still. It was still just you threw the dagger. And that really is like the only real difference, is that the rogue has melee in it. Like I feel like the dashes are the same, like almost all of the core mechanics of the rogue are the same.
I'm not mad about it,
which is like, no. I'm not necessarily either, but I don't know. When I saw the rogue, I thought it was going to be kind of a different
like how
deal. I don't know. I was expecting more stealth. I was expecting more like.
Okay, well then you didn't pick the right abilities. I'll tell you that right now, because there is a stealth ability you can pick, to where you're literally going in viz and you're like shadow stepping, and that's what I was doing. Like I was literally.
No. I'm not saying that you like. I think I may have gotten that ability, but what I mean more is it feels more aggro than I would have thought. I thought it'd been more like hit and run type things. I felt like most of the time I was just sitting in a group of mobs, like throwing my my dagger and the penetrating arrow around when I
Mm.
thought I would be running around more and like trying to escape and do shit like that. But I felt
Okay,
like
so
it.
that's definitely your build because and I'm only saying that because what you're describing is literally what I was doing. I picked the ability where you do like the dagger AoE in front of yourself, and
Yeah,
then
same.
I picked the speed movement ability. And so what I would do is I would do an attack to proc the speed movement, and I would basically just zip around, and I would like do a fan of knives and then run around, fan of knives, run around. Like I was never, and then I would go like invis. I would pop up behind somebody, fan of knives a pack. Like, and I call it fan of knives because that's the ability in WoW. But I don't know. Like I feel like I was sticking and moving the entire time, which is why I loved what I was doing. And I actually might even play that in upon release because I kind of don't want to play sorceress. Like I feel cheesy playing sorceress. I don't know. Like it's just too fucking good. It always has been. It always will be because I think that if they don't do it, the fanboys out there or fangirls or whatever
And
will
people.
get the fan people
I
will be like super butthurt about it because it's always been the most OP class in Diablo. And I don't know.
I'm
I
pretty sure I did the same
actually
build as you. Everything you said I had. I just don't think I. Yeah, I don't know.
I tell you what,
You
I'll
just
take a
gotta
picture
get
when I
good,
played
Tommy.
earlier. No.
Yeah.
It's not that you need to get good. I think
Oh,
it's
it's
just like
definitely
I think
gotta
it's a
get good.
play style thing because like I get bored when I play these games if I'm just standing there and like casting spells and things, and that's why I
I mean,
kind of
yeah,
like
that's same.
yeah, like I actually got really into the like the speed of the rogue that I was witnessing and like just being able to like fucking just book it around and like zip around and not be standing in one place. Like that was what intrigued me the most in it because when I played barbarian in the first beta and it was trash. Like it just
It
felt
hasn't gotten
terrible.
much better.
God, it's so bad, dude. And I mean, I know that they're gonna make the claim that it's gonna get better at the end game or whatever, and
I
that's
had, I
fine.
had,
I
I had,
totally get it, but
I made a barb as
um,
my second character, and I got to like level 15, and I had a hard time killing like
it
level
feels
11
boring,
bosses. It
dude.
was tough.
Yeah, it's just boring, man. Like it's not fun. And right now everybody's like, oh, well, you can do a Thorns build. It's like, oh, okay, cool. So basically, I can build a character that I run around and get hit, and I do damage. Like that sounds pretty fucking cringe to me in a
I
Diablo
tried that.
environment.
It's still not
I mean,
good.
that was one of the biggest builds in Diablo 3 with Thorns.
Yeah, and I get it. Like it's totally a play style, and if you enjoy that play style, good. For me, I'm not a fan of it. Like it's not really my kind of game. So I'd prefer not to have to not be pigeonholed for that to be the old like okay, dude, seriously, a barbarian for them to tell me that the bar's best build is to be fucking thorned out. Dude, in Diablo 2, they were the shit, dude. You could have like a giant pike or dual wielding swords and like whirlwinding everywhere. Like whirlwinding barbs were the shit. I'm sorry, but like make barbs great again. Like they're
Big
trash
barb's
right now.
great
And
again.
I don't care what they say about them being like end game
Mabba.
build, which you're not wrong, Dom. Like I
Well,
know that's what they're going
I
for, but
think
like
all I'm sure one of the things too, which I don't know if there actually is much credence to it because the sorcerer is still very strong, but barbs are one of the most strong and important factions or classes in Diablo 3 because they had the most versatility in build.
right.
Um, so maybe there's like some to it that they're like, oh, maybe we need to chill a little bit. I don't know. Like
You were not wrong. Yeah, probably not.
but like at the same time though, they didn't really nerf, or it's not even that they, because that's the thing. Like there is no nerfing or buffing because this is a whole new game, so I can't really say like they didn't nerf um the sorcerer because this is a different sorcerer. Like, this is a completely different
Yeah,
deal.
yeah.
So it's
I just wish they wouldn't make Frost Source as strong as it is. And I love Frost
I'm sure
Source.
they'll take all these notes and they'll. I would like to think that they're listening to all this and
They
then hopefully
definitely are.
tune.
No, they 1000% are because a lot of the changes like there were a few things that I reported in the first beta and I noticed they were fixed and I can't remember exactly what they were, but both Trondo and I reported a bunch of stuff that we noticed were fixed. So they're definitely taking the data and weighing the pros and cons of things and getting shit fixed. But I mean, they want this to be a big game. They don't want to fuck it up. Because Diablo is too big of a
All right, this is
name.
one of the most anticipated games I think of the last, fucking a long time. I mean, shit.
when did D3 come out? Came out in like 2007, right? Or 2000? No, not 2007.
D3. Oh, dude.
2009,
No, it was like
2010, maybe 2012.
it was 2012. Yep.
Yeah.
That's crazy to think about. So overall, good things to say. Is it building the hype for you both right now, or is it more
I think
like?
Oh,
there's
I mean,
a lot of builds. I think there's gonna be a lot of different. My hope for the game is that it's not like Diablo 2, where you have it because, and I'm only saying this because I didn't really play a lot of D3 and I don't know the builds in D3, but and a lot of people have commented, and I felt this way as myself, as this is more of a sequel to 2 than it is to 3, and the atmosphere and the like aesthetic of the game. But I just hope that they don't do what they did, where it's like Frost Source is the best. You gotta have a hammered in if you want to go kill Bale. You gotta, if you want to go in an 8-man party, you gotta have one barbarian that's dedicated to shouting only, and that's like their only real benefit in the end game. Like, I don't want it to be like that again. You know what I mean? Like, if they're gonna make all of these talent trees, make abilities, make hybrid builds worthwhile. You know what I mean? Let Dom be a stealth assassin that can pull out a bow and arrow and fuck people up from a distance. Like, I hate that they pigeonhole these builds in other games.
I think you have to look at it like it's kind of an unfortunate byproduct of the game itself in regards to what build becomes overall best, because it's all about pushing. Well, I also don't know how they're gonna work dungeons. Like, in Diablo 3, it was all about pushing greater rifts, and a greater rift was, you could set the level how difficult the dungeon was.
Yeah.
And so you almost always had to have a support barbarian.
Yeah,
Either a support witch doctor and then like 2 DPS. Like, that was almost always the deal, because barbs could pull enemies in. They could generate high procking health potions, and then the support witch doctor would, negate, like debuff like 100% armor. And so, were there tons of other really fun builds to play? Yeah, but if you wanted to push like the highest greater rift, you would almost always do like a combination of some kind of thing like that. Hopefully, with the class tree system, it won't always be, and also like depending on what the deal will be with crafting gear and stuff like that, because like crafting gear in Diablo 3 at least. And granted, I'm basing almost everything off of Diablo 3 just because that was the last game that came out. And crafting gear in Diablo 3 was irrelevant, but it seems like it's a little bit, it's gotten like a nice little glow up between those like specialty vendors that exist and some other things. So I'm curious to see how that falls into place. But hopefully, with the level of expansion with how they're working talents and skills and things like that, there will be more diversity. But in the end, it will just fall down to what works the best to push like dungeons the most. And I don't necessarily know if that is a thing that Blizzard, like, or necessarily Diablo, if that's a thing that like in this sense, Diablo isn't pigeonholing classes. It just so happens that when they made these classes the way they were, it like the support barb, which whoever would have thought would have been a thing, was the best support to get through a greater dungeon. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
So it's almost just a byproduct of someone found, oh, if I put this item on that pulls enemies in, and I use this item that generates, health potions that do like 10,000 health per second, we can sit and tank any, like the 4-man team can sit and tank any fucking
the theory crafting
boss.
people do in these
I love that
Blizzard
stuff.
games.
Honestly, because the theory, it's like in no way was the developers of Diablo sitting down and be like, okay, we're gonna add this item in.
They didn't do that.
Or it's one intern being like, this would be fun.
Support. Right. It's some fucking ding dong sat there, and they were probably just playing one day with their friends, and they at the moment they had on that sickle that pulls fucking demon or monsters in, and they're like, oh guys, we can get through this grift so much faster because now I can pull all the baddies in. We can pull the baddies in. It's like shit like that is like really what ends up making the game, is what people find out is the best combo of weapons and skills and talents and stuff and passives and shit like that. So it's really going to be like in a couple months when we see some fucking, sweaty dude that's like, oh god, you
Yeah.
gotta get through these
Oh, look,
dungeons
look,
fast.
I found this crazy thing where if you swap this weapon for
Yes.
this and then press
Yes.
that, then swap it back to
Yes.
this. Yeah.
Like at one point in D3, Thorn's Crusader was one of the best builds where you literally just sat on your horse, ran through the dungeon, and you just proc thorns and you just killed everything. I would love to think that that was never an idea that was like, oh, we got to make thorns good. It just so fucking happens that if you comboed those two rings that make if you have a different ancient on every single piece, you get like 40,000 times more thorns damage. It's just like hilarious. It's like that's silly shit. We'll see. I don't know.
It is.
Yeah, it's gonna be wild. I'm really looking forward to it. Like, it might get me back into streaming, and I say that about every single game, but it might get me back into it. But more importantly,
with all the free time you have, right?
Well,
since you're at home so much,
well, he's
and you're
almost
not
in the
traveling.
basement. So
The
maybe,
basement's done.
Once the
basement's done.
This
Basement's
man,
done.
This man just got time.
Oh shit!
So with the exception of
Next
doing the
thing you know,
trim,
he's gonna be like, oh, I gotta go to China for 6 months to go do this deal for
and the laptop comes with me. That's what happens.
Yeah.
Or the PS5 comes with me. But so the basement's done with the exception of the trim, which I can't put in for a while anyway, because I'm waiting on doors. But
you need to go pick up some trim.
Some trim.
Sorry.
You all right over there?
Yeah, no, I'm an idiot. Just keep going.
But I'm really looking forward to it, and I'm really excited for it. And I don't know. Like, and more importantly, it's gonna get me to the point of
I'll be right back. Sorry.
being able to have dedicated time. And that sounds silly. Sorry, the sun keeps coming in and out in my house. Cloudy day today because it was rainy all day yesterday. But like being able to like have time to do stuff, I just don't have that right now. And just to be able to have like dedicated times, like, okay, where I'm forcing myself to be done with work at like 5:30 or 6 o'clock because I want to stream for an hour. Like I just want to do that. Like I just need to put more guards in my, not safeguards, but like I got to put more in my personal life too. Like I want to wake up earlier to work out. Like I need to do things, and I feel like having some sort of structure, because everything right now is just chaotic and crazy. Because I've been working, I have a really big project at work that's about to come out, and once that's done, I can kind of calm down a little bit and just have some more time to do things. So I think with those two combinations of things, that I'm going to be really excited to kind of just get back into it and just play games and be able to do it. So.
Yeah,
That being said,
I'm back.
I am. Yeah, my it is work-life boundaries. My ratios are off. They're way off right now. They're more work focused right now than they are life focused, and I just need to just rein it in. Is what it comes down to. And part of that is, I have a really excellent boss. My boss he inspires me every day. He's really good, but he also expects a lot. So it's like there's a lot going on. There's a lot of things happening behind the scenes. And so I just really need to like set my own boundaries because like I don't want to not perform. And I'm also like I'm almost 2 years into this new job. So like I'm still like weighing the how do I work in a corporate environment after being in a freelancer for 15 years kind of deal. So it's still
tough, dude.
It's still
very tough.
So because I'm used to like, for those who remember, for me talking about in my film days, like I'm so used to like, okay, I'm going to work balls to the wall, 12, 14, 16 hours a day for like 6 months. Then I'm going to take 3 months off to do whatever I want. Then I'm going to go back on another project, blah, blah, blah. Except I'm doing that, except I don't have that 3 months off. That's the problem.
Yeah.
That was the first thing when I transitioned from working on set to working a more normal job. Start at 9. End at 6. No, I started at 10 actually. Sorry. Start at 10, end at 6. I don't answer a fucking thing past 6. I don't do a fucking thing past 6. I don't do nothing. I don't answer any
I wish I
emails
could do
before
that.
10. Well, you can. You can't do
Nah,
that.
because I'm on
in
the
the same boat.
I mean, I'm
You
technically
can?
on the board of directors now, so it's like I could do that, right?
That means that you could do it even more so, baby. What are you talking
hold
about?
on,
Are you
but
kidding?
Hold on. I could, but in theory, right? Who stands to lose the most if things need to get done and they don't get done? I do, because I own a stake in the company. So like in the end, it's ultimately screwing myself. So it's just one of those things that sucks. You're right. I can if I wanted to. And I did earlier this week. I totally ducked out of work to play WoW, but nobody needs to know that. But
What's
feel
your
like
boss's email?
Yeah. They actually, you know what I did? I straight up like, okay, so I wanted to go to this raid on Friday. So I just straight up went on the calendar and I put Josh doctor appointment from 2 to 5 o'clock. And
Dude,
I just say busy. I just say busy.
Yeah,
I block my calendar out.
Appointments. Well, the funny thing is, I actually do have a lot of doctor's appointments right now, which makes me funnier. But I get to use it's an easy excuse when I do not have a doctor's appointment.
Well, look, the thing with remote work is, are you getting your work done? Yes or no?
Yeah,
yes,
1000%, even more so.
Like, leave them alone.
Yes.
You know what I mean? If they're not doing their job, ride their ass. You know what I'm saying? It's very simple. Like it's cut and dry. You know, like if you have an employee that's performing, leave them the fuck alone and let them do their shit. You know what I mean? So like if Dom from 10 to 6 is getting his shit done, I would never in a million years ever bother him, you know, outside of company hours. You know what I'm saying? But if I had Joe Schmo that's like constantly dropping the ball, I'd be like, homie, I know you think you work 10 to 6, but like if you don't get your job done, I'm gonna find somebody that will. Like, anyways,
I'm more so talking about you guys. I don't give a fuck about.
I
you.
know.
I'm saying that.
I know.
But I did take off Monday, so like we had a
Charlie and I are workaholics.
We are. I am a workaholic. I'm not gonna lie, because then I also transition that to my
Dom's
personal
just a
life.
lazy asshole, an entitled millennial young degenerate asshole.
I am.
That was sarcasm. That was sarcasm.
I'm not being sarcastic. I am. I don't give a fuck about work. I hate working.
Whoa. The Twitch, did you hear that? You don't give a fuck.
Well, they just laid off 400 of my colleagues yesterday.
Did they really? That sucks.
And there's 8,600 more from Amazon in a week or so. So I mean, let them. You know
what?
Yeah. Well, Amazon's laying off 9,000 people, and 400 of that was Twitch. Yeah, I hate fucking working. I hate having a job. I hate giving my life to a corporation or anything.
Yeah. I agree.
I want
fuck them all.
I don't get I
No, it's okay, buddy. It's okay, buddy.
To just play with plastic toys all day, you know.
When Clearly Aligners sells for like 10, or like $5 billion, and I can retire early.
Wait, when what?
When Clearly Aligners, it's the name of
Wait, is that the dentistry thing? Oh, right.
Yeah. So we just changed our name. Thanks to your boy. When the company sells and I can retire, we're gonna start Chef Dell Enterprises, and you can be the regional
CDE. There you go.
CDE. So you can be the regional Italian mafioso head of fuck off enterprises department.
Yes.
Okay. What that is, I have no idea. It's completely made up, but we just designed your dream job. All you got to do is just put people in a headlock when I tell you to, and that's it, dude. That's it. You're literally hired muscle, and I might ask you to make me a pizza every once in a while.
Here, I'll tell you my dream job for you right now, Josh. If this is what you're gonna do, because we're gonna talk about this real live, and you just pay me a decent salary. You give me time to take off whenever I want, as long as I get my shit done. And that's it. Just respect work hours. That's all I need.
I do say all
fools.
this whole just don't fucking work these blah blah blah. Like, I say all that. I am very spoiled because I have bosses that very much are a part of that life. So like if I have a stream that goes past working hours, my boss is like, lock out your calendar for the morning. Like if you're gonna work past working hours, like you're not gonna start the day as early as you would. Like, I have bosses that are like straight up wonderful, where they're like,
I try to be that way.
The director the other day was like, you know what, guys, 2 days a week, just block the first hour of your calendar, go outside, go for a walk, go do something. And like they're very much very wonderful. Like we're all doing great work. I don't give it, like, do whatever the fuck you want type of thing, which is truly wonderful when you have a boss. It's like when I'm like, I have a personal emergency, my boss like, take the day. And I'm like, well, no, I don't need the whole day, dude. I just need, like, I'll be back in an hour. He's like, you sure you want the day? I'm like, no, man. I'm like, I was like,
I try to be that way. So like I'm a manager now. I have somebody who reports to me, and I didn't realize we're gonna get, like I said, I did say we're getting into randomness today. But I have that, and I try exactly. I try to have that mentality of just like, I know I come from the union world where like everyone gets taken advantage of all the time for stuff. So I'm like, I try not to have that mentality. And my boss is extremely good about like saying like, look, if you need a day, take a day. Like I can't regulate your own schedule. You have to get your own stuff in order, which I very much appreciate.
Take a day, then.
So I do. We had a day off Friday, for a global wellness day at work. If there's not a federal holiday, they give us at least one day
Today's
off.
Sunday. I keep thinking Saturday.
I keep thinking Saturday as well. And so with that, I like to take long weekends. So I took off tomorrow as well. So now I don't have to have as well. Here, I'll hit allow on that. But yeah, I have.
Twitch is off tomorrow because they gave everyone off at Twitch because of all of the layoffs.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, I was like, what's the new holiday tomorrow that I don't know about?
No, well, for us, it's just because they laid off 400 people and it's fucked up.
It's like, what's that, bereavement for your fellow workers?
I mean, yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat, Hooch. We have unlimited PTO at Adobe, and it's excellent. And so they don't care as long as your stuff gets done. But I'm literally like, I have a very big project I've been working on for the last like 6-7 months. That's about to come to fruition, and so it's just been like super stressed right now. So and that's why I've been doing lots of working till like 9 o'clock at night, because I'm dealing with multiple time zones differences and whatnot. But the nice thing is, when I work until 9 o'clock, I log in at like 11 the next day, so I don't like deal with it. I just set my away message. And although I will say it's super annoying, people don't respect the Slack stuff. Like, just look. It's like there's a big red X. Oh, there's a red X. What does it mean? Hover over to see. Oh, like I'm out of Fs. Don't just send me stuff.
Don't answer it.
I don't know. I don't use Slack, so I wouldn't know.
No, I just have my notifications paused so it doesn't pop in. But sometimes it gets through, and I'm like, anyway, not to go off about work, but so, Chef, how are you doing in Resident Evil 4 Remake?
Well, I had one full mental meltdown on Friday night over the chainsaw guy. Mainly because my boy Trondo killed him on like the second or third try, and I took it personal that I couldn't kill him.
And I took it.
And I went like, dude, I was.
Well, what
like,
difficulty is he playing on?
We're both playing on normal right now. First playthrough on normal.
Yeah, same.
Last night I stopped off at. I just got in the church. Oh no, I got in the church. I got Ashley, and now I am. Fuck, where did I leave off last night? Oh, you know the part where you and is it Carlos or Luis? I can't remember in this game. Yeah, you and Luis.
Carlos is 3.
You and Luis. Are you running up and you find that house with Luis? You know, it's like the square house, and there's 2 stories to it, and the zombies keep like coming in, and you have to defend Ashley as well as and fend them off. Well, anyways, that's where I stopped. Yeah, I stopped off there last night. So
there's not a trophy for this, but I was going through the challenge. There's a challenge if you finish that without boarding up any of the windows, you get extra CP for it. Challenge points. So,
nice.
I did not do that.
Yeah, but I spent way too much time trying to get the S plus or whatever in the shooting challenges.
It's tough. I'm a little bit ahead of you, just because I had to make up for some lost time. I was like real pissed off that I was like, okay, I have Friday off. I'm gonna play Resident Evil today, and then I had no internet.
I told you that I had a raid lead on Friday. I led a raid yesterday. I'm about to lead one after this, and you're over here like freaking out. It's like I told you you're gonna blow past me anyways.
Well, no, we're roughly about the same, so it's actually been fine because since I had no internet on Friday, I couldn't download the game and I couldn't play. So I was like, I didn't have internet until about 8 o'clock at night, and I played for like 2 hours. I can't remember where I got to. I got to the first shooting range, so I'm now currently just got to chapter 12, so I'm on the island now. So,
dude, I'm on like chapter 6.
Yeah,
you're basically done with the game.
Almost, yeah. But that's so I went through.
Do you even like stop to look around at anything?
I do, yeah.
Through the game.
No, I'm trying to get all the collectibles on the first run. Is what I'm trying to do.
How are you already in chapter 12 and you make the claim you're trying to find all the collectibles?
It's not that hard. I have 9 hours in the game right now.
You, my friend, don't take in any of the scenery. I'll tell you that right now.
I absolutely do.
There's no way.
Absolutely do.
There's no way that you have the same porteritis that I do, okay? Because I have like revisited the same area like 15 times, looking at the wall, like looking at the same dumb shit to see if there's.
Well, I definitely probably don't do that aspect of it, but I clear out every single thing, every single urn that you can or box you can break. I go through it for sure. But yeah, probably not to to that extent, but yes, it's definitely part of it. But I am trying. It's gonna be a lot of playthroughs. When I looked at it, because when I was looking through the trophy list, I was like, this is at least 6 or 7 playthroughs.
Poke
I was
the
like,
gator.
it's tough. You poke the gator. Absolutely.
I think one of my favorite parts about the game is the addition of the attachments for the case. The crafting is always great.
You put it very eloquently in the Discord chat about what you really liked about it. I really like that breakdown a lot.
What did I say? I can't remember.
It's all right, but it's very the game itself is just real. The animations are excellent. The voice actings are meh, whatever. It's like, it's the whole Capcom kind of like it's like how do you like that?
Case attachments and being able to use different cases in general is a ridiculously cool addition. The usage of the knife, top tier for combat.
Yep.
Yeah, I like being able to use it defensively. I use it offensively a lot. Like I use like the one where you press L1 and you can like jab at people. I use it all the fucking time. The addition of the mini quests is extremely fucking cool.
Yeah,
for the
the
spin-offs
merchant
and being able to buy like the secret items. Yeah, the merchant quests are really cool. Oh yeah, the only thing that pisses me off is you can't upgrade the ammo capacity on an item and it refills the ammo. So we used to do that all the time in the original one, where you would like empty out the rifle and then go and refill it, and you would get like 6 ammo bullets. Or if you emptied out the handgun and your ammo capacity went up to like 20, you basically gained 20 handgun bullets. Like that was like a cheap way of kind of getting some extra ammo backhandedly, but they definitely removed that from the game, which I was kind of like, my friend, my boy Toronto was like, man, these motherfuckers caught on to us, man. Like, he like, took it personal, So that is legitimately my only that's my only real gripe with the game. The other gripe with my game, or with the game, is that I killed the motherfucking chainsaw guy right in the first area, and in his dying animation, the fucking town bell goes off, so he doesn't drop his emerald or whatever. Like, he didn't drop the item. I could not fucking believe it. I was so tilted, dude, because I finally killed the motherfucker, and then the bell rings, and in his dying animation, I guess it like
glitched out or something like that.
Yeah. Obviously the game hits this like don't drop item moment where it won't. It just didn't drop my item. I was furious, dude. I literally like left the room. I was so fucking mad. I like went for a walk. I was it took me an hour to finally kill the fucking guy. Like I definitely have declined in skill. Like I 1000%. I was like, dude, I suck at this game. Like my friend was like, dude, just take a deep breath. You play too much WoW. You'll be okay. I'm like, no, fuck this shit.
It's a tough game. It's not easy.
Not easy.
No, it is not an easy game. And the boss fights are insane.
I somehow have cream caked all of the boss fights so far. Like I know.
Very interesting choice of words. Very interesting choice. I cream caked? Is that like a Florida thing or something? Like I know y'all are weird down there, but cream cake like bosses? Like you like I just want to know. Does that mean that you beat them easily? Is that what that means? Like you like whoop them? Is that what it is?
Yeah, hold on. My Grubhub driver is having trouble finding my house. Hold on 1 second. I have no idea what it means. It just was a word that came out of my mouth.
Oh my goodness, that was. I'm guessing he it's like whipped cream because he just whipped him. He can't defend himself right now, so he's essentially.
I don't think he knew what he said.
I don't think he said either.
I don't think Josh knows what he says.
I'm glad he said cake is not pie as well.
I don't think he. I think the majority of the time he has no idea what he's saying.
So funny. That's so good. But I'm really enjoying the game overall. Like the animations are excellent. The voice acting is kind of.
What game are you talking about again?
Resident Evil 4 remake.
Cool.
It's kind of meh. Essentially, it's okay. But the thing, like the facial animations are like out of this world. Like Ada Wong's facial animations are just like it's wild. Like it's so good. Like it's such a good. Well, it's like. I don't know. Just the environment is excellent. Like there's a lot, like the rain stuff, and like it's challenging. It's difficult. There's
more importantly, Charlie, Josh, did your food get settled? Is it on?
I'm back. I'm back.
You got your food though?
You
found it?
We found it.
Okay, tight.
You found it.
Sorry,
It's not
sorry.
lost.
Continue. Continue.
Thank you. It's
sure.
my bacon, egg, and cheese, dog. Come on now.
Yeah,
You're a
for
New
sure.
Yorker. You should.
11 a.m. bacon, egg, and cheese.
And it was from a good deli too. It's called Moe's NY Deli. Don't you like that? How people use that? They'll be like, "Oh yeah, NY
York.
Deli." It means,
But you're in
yeah.
Florida.
Yeah, we
Oh,
get
Florida.
the
No one
the
says there's
fucking
Florida
water.
deli.
We get all the
imported-
we get all the New York degenerates
That's
basically
true.
down here.
It's true. Very true. They can't make it in New York, so they go to Florida.
Nope. So they come down
They're
here.
like, oh, it's
Yep.
warmer down there.
Yeah. More
But
hurricanes,
yeah, anyways,
less rats.
my final synopsis is 10 out of 10. I'm very excited to play through it again. I do not see myself getting the platinum trophy for professional S plus unless they have like an infinite rocket launcher in the game, because I suffer from terrible orderitis in Resident Evil games where like I just like physically cannot run past items and not pick them up. So and I have to
Okay,
kill as many
okay.
things as I can find, which is the opposite way you get an S plus. So yeah.
So you're admitting
it's,
defeat already?
No, I'm not admitting defeat. I'm setting expectations, okay?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, so you're admitting defeat.
I've already beaten the game on normal, okay? I'm on my second playthrough, okay? I'm on hardcore right now.
Fine. It's about the platinum trophy. It's not about what playthrough you're on.
I'm just kidding. I'm definitely not. I'm taking my sweet time. I got to play Diablo for like an hour today and get from 15 to 20 so that I don't miss out on my little.
Yeah, you got to
Wolf
do that.
pup,
I mean,
you know
that's
what I
not
mean?
that. It's not
You
that
gotta
hard.
get the pup, dude. It's all
It'll
about
take
the
me
pup.
like it'll take me less than an hour to do that.
Yeah.
So.
It's all about the pup.
All about them pups.
Yeah.
But I got
I'm
to.
very excited to finish playing through it, and and you know it comes out next a month from now. Star Wars Jedi Survivor.
Oh, really?
28th of April.
Wait, really?
Oh
Yep.
my God. Too many games, man. We're going
I
back
didn't
to
know
that
was
too
out
many
April.
games.
Yep. April
Wow.
28th.
Whoa.
I did not know that was happening.
Yeah.
So
Very excited for that. Cal's my boy.
yeah.
My ginger brother from another mother, you know what I'm saying? So can't wait to get back in that world. And I somebody asked me the other day, they're like, I was telling my friend, I'm like, you ever played Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order? He's like, no. I was like, bro, you ever wanted to just like walk up and force throw somebody off a ledge? He's like, no. I was like, you ever want to just like have like a real ass lightsaber duel with somebody? He's like, well, yeah, that sounds pretty cool. I was like, yeah, then this is the game for you. Because I remember one time I walked around the side of a mountain and I saw a stormtrooper. I picked him up, threw him into his boys, and they all went flying off the side of the mountain. And I was like,
Oh,
this
it's
game is
so
the
good.
shit.
It's on my account, Dom. You should play it on PlayStation.
I mean, I own the game already.
I'm telling you, dude,
Oh.
there is a very satisfying
It's very
feeling
good.
of being able to walk up to
It's
somebody.
hard
and just
though.
be like,
Yeah.
like
It's like a Star Wars Souls game, right?
Yeah, there's no
It is
difficulty
exactly
setting.
what
It's just
there's-
all the same for
yeah.
everyone.
That's the way.
Yeah,
that's the
I'm
best way
I'm
to
too
sum it
dumb
up.
for that shit.
It's not. It's
Nah.
it's honestly
It's
it's
Star
a
Wars,
it's
dude.
a perfect
Dude, I'm too dumb.
gateway
It's-
drug.
I can't
into Souls.
fucking dodge and parry and dip and fucking dip, dodge, duck, dip, dodge
dodge,
again.
duck,
You just
down,
die.
Dodge.
dive. I can't do all that.
You just die.
I just die. I would just die.
Yeah, it's very. I definitely recommend playing it because the world building in that game is excellent and there's lots of good stuff. I didn't realize it comes out so soon. My God, there's
I
just
know, I did either. I thought it came out at the end of the year. So I looked it up because my buddy was asking me about it, and I was like, dude, I didn't realize it was coming out so
well,
soon.
I'm gonna be in Vegas from April 13th through the 21st. So when I get back, it'll be a week later, and I'll have my new projector. I'll play it downstairs in the basement. Fuck yeah!
Oh,
Maybe. There you go.
shit.
That's cool. Yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. I'm looking forward to that. But my goodness, so many games, and then D4 comes out like a month after that, and then Final Fantasy 16 comes out 2 weeks later after that. It's like there's not.
forgot
It's
about
not.
that.
It's not
Damn.
fair. It's not fair.
Yeah, I need to go ahead and quit my job and just be a gamer for the rest of my life.
Yeah, I mean you can make money apparently selling WoW Gold. So there you go. That's your thing.
Apparently, yeah. Apparently, I could.
That's what you should do when you sell your companies. Just make WoW Gold. That's what you do. Because then you're set. You don't have to do anything. It just pays for. That's your beer and Grubhub money.
Yeah.
WoW Gold.
That's your
Yeah.
bacon egg and cheese from Moe's Deli Money.
Yeah.
NY Deli. Come on,
NY.
don't
NY,
disrespect.
Moe's NY
Come
Deli
on.
Money.
Don't disrespect, cuz.
Oh God, you're too into the rabbit hole of that dude.
I'm-
Some of them are good. Some of them are good, and then some of them have become a little, you know. You can tell he's trying
It's
to
the
push
same.
out
It's
content.
yeah. After like the first three, you know, you got the formula. You know what he's
Yeah.
gonna say.
Yeah.
The schmear, cuz.
But
the
I mean
schmear, cuz.
the one where he went into Dunkin' Donuts, that one was actually fucking hilarious. Like that,
I actually. So I don't know if I ever told you guys this. I have that like weird thing where like I can't watch something that I perceive as like cringy, even if it's funny.
Okay.
So like I have trouble sometimes watching like The Office or something, even though I know it's funny and I laugh, but I'll sit there and be like, "Oh my god," you know what I'm saying?
I
And,
have the
like,
same thing sometimes.
a lot of like internet comedians that especially they do real life things. I'm like, I'm sure this is hilarious. I can't watch it. Can't watch it. I couldn't watch that one because the fucking people behind the counter are like, and I'm like, yo. So yeah, I had trouble watching things that.
I guess I'm the opposite. I
It's
actually
like
find that
secondhand
shit
embarrassment.
fucking
I get like
hilarious.
secondhand embarrassment.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? It's like really
I get
weird.
it. Totally get it. Totally get
Because
it.
you care so much, Tom.
Is it?
Totally get it.
I think so. Could be something like that. But anyway,
I care about Paulie.
God, there's just so many games. I still have Dead Space to play, and I still have Midnight Suns to play, and I know that's a 100-hour game. So I don't know. Damn, this is going to be a real tough year for Game of the Year, in my opinion. It's going to be a real tough year for games. A lot of games.
A lot of games,
A lot of
Paulie.
good. A lot of good games.
What do you think? What do you think?
But
I think I need to go downstairs and get my bacon, egg, cheese.
I think so. All right. Well, then we're gonna call it here. Then thanks everyone for coming out. You can find us on Instagram, OG.podcast, or Twitter's OverachieversP. Our website's OGPodcast.fm, where we get this episode and every episode where we talk about what we're playing, what we're looking forward to, a little bit of gaming news, and primarily just D4 going forward once that comes out. So,
And he's like,
yeah, if you like Diablo, you're gonna like this because we're gonna talk about a lot of stuff when Diablo comes out,
And you can come play with us too.
and you can play with us.
You
Yeah,
come
and if you
play
want to
with
hang
us,
out with
the
us,
Gator
you can come
Grabbers.
to discord.me
Focus.
/OG podcast. You can come hang out. You can find all of Stan's guides if you want to learn more about it. He streams a lot as well, and we have him set up on our thing to
Announce.
yell, whatever. It doesn't tag everybody anymore because he streams like 19 times a day, but it's still it's still there. But yeah, all right. We'll see you all next time. Until then, may the force of Diablo be with you. Bye.
Dan is the man.